3 years ago, we had the opportunity to sit down with Rick Warren and his wife Kay and have a discussion about pastoring, about marriage, about intimacy, and some awesome stuff like that. And this year, we wanted to top that interview with someone with amazing wisdom, with amazing clarity on marriage, someone with great tact and wisdom and always makes great decisions. And so who would we sit down with other than our president? Mr. President, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for agreeing to meet with me today and to talk to these pastors at the Arizona Southern Baptist Pastors and Wives Retreat.
I've known you a long time.
You've known me a long time.
But a little bit different position.
We don't really have to talk about that. Okay, good. Honestly, Mr. President, I was surprised that you decided to come and have this interview today. What made you do it?
When I decided to come to Davos, I didn't think in terms of elitist or globalist. I thought in terms of lots of people that want to invest lots of money.
Wait, did you hear me say pastors? Because money and pastors don't always go together.
But you put them both together, and we have a dynamic country again.
Yeah, I can totally see that. But right now, they're broke.
Big problem.
Okay. We're talking to pastors and their wives in Arizona, and I was just wondering what you thought about this. Is church attendance up in America since you took office?
We're setting records every week, every day. We're setting records.
Wow, we are. That's great. What do you think it would have been like if the Democrat would have actually won the election?
Had the Democrat won, I believe you would have been down 50%. That's the direction we were headed.
Whew, that's a really big number. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate yourself in this area?
Well, a lot of people have given me an A. Somebody gave me an A+.
That's not a number?
Yeah.
Can you elaborate? This would be the perfect time for us to go to that interview that I did with you and your wife yesterday. It is fantastic to be able to sit down with both of you, Melania, Mr. President, and I know that you couldn't make it to the actual Pastors and Wives Retreat in Tucson, and I know that you were both very disappointed about that, and I know, Mr. President, your schedule must just be crazy busy. And Melania, I'm guessing you had to stay at home with him.
I'm raising him, and this is the age he needs a parent at home.
Yeah, I can't even imagine how terrible of a job that must be.
I would say yes.
I would say no.
So Melania, I have heard that you and our Arizona Southern Baptist Convention president, David Johnson, actually knew each other in high school and that you had a little conversation at a party. Tell me about that.
He was known as kind of a ladies' man.
Oh, okay. Tell me more.
Well, he was very charming, and we had a great sparkle.
What happened then?
So he asked me for the number, and I said, I will not give you my number.
Oh, that's harsh. But I gotta be honest with you. I think Dr. Johnson did a better job with his wife Diana anyway. She is a real keeper. So, Mr. President, I understand that there was a recent survey, and it was comparing your popularity with the popularity of the iconic Tucson restaurant, E.G.'s. You know, the one with the iced tea drink? Amazing. And it was shown that overwhelmingly people liked E.G.'s more than you. Do you find that surprising?
I think it was a very, very hard thing for somebody to compete with.
Melania, your thoughts on that? I think we all know what that means. Well, thank you, Mr. Trump, for taking the time to be with us. This has been incredibly enlightening, and I'm thankful for you coming and talking to the pastors and their wives. Now, we have a tradition here at the Pastors and Wives Retreat of allowing some of the staff members to tweet in questions. And I know what a big fan of Twitter you are. You're great at that. And so, would that be okay if we ask a few questions?
Yeah.
Thanks. This first one is from a youth minister in Winslow, Arizona. He was standing on the corner when he wrote this text. Get it? Okay, so anyway. He asks, what about deacons? Now, I know what that means is, in your administration, no one ever turns over, you have a perfect staff, no firings ever take place, any of that kind of stuff. But sometimes we have these things called deacons, and they're not super nice all the time. What would you say about that?
These are people that have very strong opinions.
Exactly.
I happen to think they're largely right.
How could you say that? You wouldn't keep them on your team. You're fired.
These are people that should be able to stay in this country.
Whoa, wait a minute. Nobody's talking about deporting anybody. Last question. This tweet comes in from a pastor in 3 Points, Arizona. I think we all know who it is. Do you think that Arizona State will ever beat Arizona in basketball, or is U of A just way too good?
Not going to happen.
Agreed. All right, Mr. President, it's been great being with you today. Thank you so much for your incredible insight and your humility.